Alrighty. Another beautiful day at the river. Just got here a few minutes ago. Haven't found anything yet. Just sort of looking up at the cliff, looking for any sign of good sized concretions or anything like that. I got some poles there so I can safely pick them out of the cliff from a distance and whatnot. But as I got here, I realized I only got 30% on the battery, so short snippets. But if I find anything neat, I'll surely get a good video of it. Anyways, see ya later on. There you go. Once again, you know, it pays off just to keep an eye out. This was just wedged between this rock right here. Pretty neat. This is a type of heteromorph ammonite. So they get some crazy shapes and what have you. But anyways, gonna keep looking. Alrighty, here's a cool one. So if you look, where is it? There we go. So you can see the start of something and the end of something right there. Pretty straight. Looks like there's another piece there. And then we have just a little snippet of one right here. So this looks like, it's either a bacula or I think it could be a polycocerus, I think, and they kind of look like candy canes usually. So it could be the candy cane and the other end's gone. But anyways, that's a pretty neat one. Like, that's a good one to be prepped out and whatnot. It doesn't look like they're intact all too much, but again, just in the rubbly rocks here, there's some pretty neat stuff that can be found. Like, you can pick at the cliff, or you can look at all this rubble over here. Stuff you find in the cliff usually will have, like, well, not always, but will be in a bit better condition. Obviously this has been rolled around in the river for God knows how long, so a little bit of damage sustained, but regardless, still a really cool find. But yeah, pretty neat. I'm gonna give this area another quick look. There's a concretion right there. Doesn't look like there's anything in it, but oh well. Anyways, yeah, you know the drill. Alrighty, just moved all of 10 feet. This is a good example of, you never know what's just lying around. Got this guy right there. It's a nice little bivalve. Oh, looks like there was another one on the other side. I might keep this one. This one's kind of nice. Concretion somebody broke open. Doesn't look like anything's in it. But this guy, we'll keep that. Yeah, I found some pretty awesome stuff, like even ammonites just in, you know, the rubble here. So good stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. Alrighty, so this is an example of why you gotta be super duper careful. So I found this guy. Get some sunlight on it. This guy, I'm pretty sure it's a pachydiscus. So let's get a better angle here. So you can see right here, my chisel blew right into it and busted all that off. And I've been looking to try and find these pieces, but I don't think I will be able to. So the situation with this one was that it was in the rock. I'm gonna put these over here. It was in the rock and only that was showing, right? So what I did is I put my chisel right beside it to try and get the sucker out, but you know, obviously he's a lot bigger underneath. That's where my chisel landed on it. So that's why it's always best to try and, like, if you can split a slab like as far as you can from the nodule within reason, that's the best way of going about it. Me, I just popped out quite like 5 concretions there, and I noticed this one after I was finished cracking them. I just saw just a small one there, and I was just like, oh, it's a little one, may as well take a look at, maybe there's a clamshell in it, pop it. No, it's a whole ammonite, right? So you got to be super duper careful. Luckily, like, I got most of it here, so I can glue that up when I get back home, and you know, Bob's your uncle. But at the same time, like, that could have been avoided. But anyways, I'm gonna keep looking. Go a little slower this time, I guess. All right. Alrighty. Here we are at the top of the waterfall. I got a little bit. I'm gonna check this bank out a little bit. I don't think there's gonna be much there, but you know, there's no harm in trying. So yeah, the only way forward's up through there, up over and then out. You can go down that bank. There's ropes you can climb down. That's a bit much for me, especially considering the fact that you do have to get back out the same way. So I usually don't go down there. But I've seen like families with like little kids and dogs and stuff do it, so that's pretty wild. Locals are just built different, I guess. But yeah, we found some stuff. Like, we found that nice ammonite. Well, nice until I hit it with the chisel trying to get it out. But and a few other little goodies. I left most of them up there for somebody else to find. But yeah, that's pretty much that. If I find anything nice in this hill here, then I'll let you know. But other than that, I would guess just have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed. See you later. So here's something interesting. So this is a piece of an ammonite. So that's sort of the cross section there. That's the other edge. So indentations are like the chambers inside the shell that the cephalopod would pass like fluids through and whatnot. Changes their buoyancy and stuff like that. Here we got some more of one. Try and be real delicate with it. Usually these shale preserved, usually you want them inside a concretion. These ones that are preserved directly in the shale, usually very brittle. So when you do find them, you gotta be real gentle with them. There's that piece of that. I'm gonna check that down and get it later. Just making sure there isn't more of it in here. Oh, no. There's that section there. Pop that out. Doesn't look complete, so I'm just gonna pull that out there. There's a little bit more in there. Yeah, it's crushed. Crushed pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save this one, but I'll get out what I can. I need both hands for this though, so I'll be back. Alrighty. So this is what I could get out of it. Super duper crushed. That area of shale's been exposed to the sun for quite a while, so it's just destroyed it. But that's sorta, you can sort of see the bend in it. Lots of missing pieces. This sort of the middle of it, I guess, is what it's sort of where it was when I pulled it out, but that's kind of neat. kind of neat, kind of shiny. Anyways, that's that, I guess. But that's what happens. It is what it is, you know. They've been around for a long time, so it's, the odds of them coming out perfect is pretty low. But I'll keep digging around. That's where I found this one, but I'll keep digging around and see what happens. Righto. There's a better view of the waterfall. Big beautiful pool down there. That's where we were fossil hunting. Looks like there's some folks down there. I think the guy just proposed to her, which is kind of neat. But anyways, that's a day in the life of fossil enthusiast. If you liked it, cool. So did I. Just sort of testing out this video making thing. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably make more in the future, so cool. Anyways, you guys have fun and try and get out and do something wholesome. And have a great day.